Hi Jude, how are you today?
Hi, I'm
All
good, thank you. And you?
I'm alright, thanks. So you finished training now, so I would like to ask you a few questions if you don't mind.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Brilliant. So, Jude, how did you find your training?
The training was very insightful, actually, because initially I didn't think that it would teach me anything that I would need to know more about the industry. I think that was more my miscalculation because it was actually involved a lot of information that I didn't know about, alongside some of the things that I did, but it taught me more about how the procedure actually works, which I didn't really know. So yeah, it was really good and it was a good eye-opener.
Okay, brilliant. So what have you learned, you would say?
I've learned how to deal with potential clients. So like when you're calling them, how to ask like open questions, not to restrict like the information that they give out. So try and open them up to get as much information as possible before booking anything in. So like to increase your time management skills. So that was a key thing that I learned. We also learn about deal value and how to increase deal value, upselling, how increasing the term like actually helps a lot as well. So a lot of things we went through. The tests were also very helpful because it showed how much we learned and how much was actually going into our brain. So initially it was kind of daunting thinking about so many tests, but in actual fact it actually helped because it made us aware ourselves how much we learned, rather than just someone telling you, oh, you did this and you did this well. But when you do it yourself, you yourself know, right? Like, yeah, I did good or I didn't do well. So I think that helped a lot, the different type of assessments.
Okay, brilliant. So what advice would you give to other trainees?
I would say not to push it away and think I'm just gonna throw myself in the deep end and just go for this type of work without training, because I think one thing I learned from this training is that now I feel 10 times more confident to go and do the job before I came and I sat in the interview with you in the first place, where I think you would have obviously even seen the difference like from then and now, because I know more information about it. I'm not as scared to approach anyone about the industry. So I think I would advise people to do it before jumping into this type of work.
Okay, and what will you look forward to now?
I'm looking forward to developing an estate agent wherever I get placed into. So I'm looking to try and see what I've learned here, see what they're not doing, and try and implement those things to better the company and reach the branch's target rather than just my own, which you guys have taught me that's very important, to show the care for the whole company rather than just yourself. So yeah, that's what I'll be like aiming to do to wherever I get placed.
Okay, and going back a little bit, so what actually made you decide to join this training in the first place?
Well, I've worked for Mr. Singh. He's my employer. I've been working for him for about 6 years now. And initially I went there to do accounts administration, but now I'm pretty much like his PA. But he owns a lot of property. He owns about 30 properties in Croydon. So I've been helping him manage those, and I realized I enjoyed that side of things, the property side, a lot more than the accounting and the administration side. So I started doing a bit of research and I started applying for jobs, and that's when you guys contacted me. And to be honest, I'm happy that I took it on.
Okay, brilliant. And what are your thoughts on the MLQ team?
The MLQ team are very good. They've been very helpful, especially the person who conducted our lessons, Chantal. She was very good. She was very knowledgeable about like everything, and it was clear she had the experience in the field. She answered like all of our questions or queries that we had, and she made the course fun for us. So that was good.
Brilliant, that's good to hear. And my last question would be, so how do you feel now towards training compared with how you actually felt at the start?
Okay, at the start, with the costs and everything, I was kind of daunting and I didn't know what to do, but I'm glad I chose the right way, which was to go ahead and do it. because I realised that without this training, I don't think a lot of people would have considered me to actually be like a lettings negotiator, because I would have fallen in the first hurdle, which is calling people and speaking to them. Because when I first did my practice phone call, and I was getting a lot of no's from my training instructor because I was asking the wrong questions, whereas now I know that I wouldn't be doing those things. So it's just little things like that that you think wouldn't affect your overall performance, but it really does. And that's what's really important. For every little thing, like, you need to know. So this teaches you those things, and so I'm glad I did it, and I would advise people to do it if they want a job in this industry.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Jude. We wish you all the best.
That's right. Thank you.